It's 3 o'clock. It ain't 3 o'clock, it's 8 o'clock. Instagram Live. Ali Mo. Who's this? Hey, yo, check this part out. Check this part out, y'all. Okay. My man Baz. Big U official. What's going on, y'all? Girl math. I'm trying to figure it out. I'm today's years old when I'm realizing that the way women think, I'm confused. And in the process of me doing my best to navigate, right? Because here's the worst thing you can do. Every time I see you, Baz, I think about April. Here's the worst thing you can do. And if you have some age on you, you might have did this. If you ambitious, if you want to be about the bag, you want to move forward, is spending a lot of time, money, and energy into a partner that you believe is going to elevate your investment in her. It is horrifying to spend years, months of your resources or your time with someone and you are not making any progress. So I've said time and time again that a relationship is two people who relate, and the ship part is that they go into a journey. And they both agree, right? And last week, I've been schooled since my last live that relationships don't start with communication. I didn't know this. I'm so short-sighted that I'm thinking everybody must start relationships the way I start relationships, right? And those relationships should be that we are conversing. We start a relationship by conversing, right? I forgot about the relationships that start off with the sex. And because you start liking each other more, you keep having sex. And then you start realizing, for men, they say this one word. I'll use black men. They'll say, shorty's cool. When your man says to you, shorty's cool, that means he's already thinking about cutting off all other options. He likes being in the company of this person. But what I'm realizing is that what I've been taught, oh, I'm so glad Love and Hope is on. Hopefully she can straighten us all out tonight. What I'm learning is that in this discourse, conversation, this interaction of transaction, that there isn't even no real conversations going on. I didn't know this. I'm thinking that when a couple decide to be a couple, that when someone moves someone in, that when someone says, let's make this official, when someone has the conversation or basically makes it clear that I'm spending the majority of my time with you, whatever else I got going on, you're my priority. I'm under the impression that people are having these conversations. Come on, load up the comments. Tell me how you start off your relationships. When you decide that this person is the person that you want to spend your time with or open your door to at any time. And ladies, you know, y'all give the keys up. Many of y'all give the keys up too quick. Like, yeah, I spent the night 3 times. That don't mean you're supposed to just give me the keys. But that's another story. So, throw it up in the comments. Because here's what I'm not going to do. I'm not going to get on social media and try to sell you some game so that I can get wealthier. Lord knows I hate getting up and having to go to work in the morning. But I'm not going to be one of these guys that's selling you a packet on how to be wealthy and I ain't wealthy, how to invest when I ain't investing, how to take my 12 course on home ownership and real estate when I don't own a whole bunch of real estate. There's a bunch of people scamming. I'm not doing that. I got to answer to a high power. I done did enough foulness in my life. I don't need any more issues on my back. My guardian angel is exhausted. So it is important for me to strive to affect change. Effect and affect change. And the thing that I'm seeing is that we can't be a family. We can't get along. We can't even like each other if we are zombies like this all day long to an algorithm that's our master telling us to hate each other. That Big U said, my guardian angel is exhausted. That was, yeah, for sure, mine is. Yo, Yusuf, you have no idea, my brother. I think I had 2 guardian angels, and they was like tagging each other out, like, yo, bro, you go, he go, and then the minute they start thinking, he's all right, I go and do the bozo move. So anyway, in these relationships, if we keep having an algorithm that's feeding us that we hate each other, we don't get along, that all women is foul, I'm telling you, my algorithm, I need to change. I'm going to follow what my brother Mano is doing. Just keep hitting on whales and sharks and deers and stuff like that to change my algorithm. Because my algorithm is showing today, it showed a woman in a pool with another man and her husband comes home. And the guy, the side dude, goes underwater. The husband comes in and sees the wife in the pool, and he starts stripping. Homeboy is about to drown. The side dude is about to drown, but he's like this underwater for dear life, holding on, and she's not smart enough to say, baby, go in the house and put your trunks on. I like them sexy trunks you put on, or go in the house and put those underwear on and then come back out. Or let's go in the house together and let me show you how much I missed you, to give the side dude a chance to breathe, right? The algorithm keeps sending me this type of data and information, which is showing it's trying to promote disunity. So I'm sitting down and I'm evaluating from a universal level. What do I see people in Korea doing when it comes to relationships? It's not good, because what I'm seeing is that Koreans is paying, and Japanese is paying black men to come. No doubt. Thank you for tuning in. So it's like Asian countries is paying black men to come in, so I can't use them as an example. When I go to South America, I'm seeing the passport bros that spend so much money in Thailand, in Bali, in Colombia, in Dominican Republic, in Brazil. Where else they going? They have spent so much money abroad that the culture has shifted, where the women automatically are subservient, automatically demonstrating that they have a transaction attitude, automatically study how to fulfill men so more men can come, or one man can profit, take care of them so much that they don't have to do anything. Now, we know many women have the pretty women dream and fantasy of the guy coming, swooping them up off their feet and giving them the whole world just because they are them. Yes, it's a fantasy, but fine. So when we get to men, we're learning that our feelings don't count. We can't express them. Hitmakers telling the world and Goldie and all these wannabe pimp guys, never ever confide in your woman and be vulnerable to tell her what's on your mind and your problems. Because she's not going to respect you. She's going to be attracted to someone else, and the time you invest in her, she's just going to leave because you were vulnerable. I don't believe that. That's not my experience. But to each his own, every dog got a bone. So now I look at, from the world level, how we linking up. Then I take it all the way down. I bring it all the way to North America, and I bring it to the East Coast of North America. And I look at black on black relationships. How many people are transactional? Is it true that 90% of the women out there is selling their bodies directly or indirectly? And if that's the case, if OnlyFans has 100 million subscribers, which is owned by a Jewish organization, and I think he's a rabbi. If they're doing that, it's only because men are feeding the lust. And if men are motivated and moving just for lust, how do you have a relationship that is not fulfilling you sexually? So now I know from my own experience, my mental health, right, is directly linked to my sex life. Call me flawed, call me neglected, undeveloped. I don't know what you want to call me, right? But when I am loved, when I'm sexually satisfied, when I'm appreciated, when I'm desired, men, all the men that's watching this, put it in a comment. Let me know if I'm going crazy, if I'm the only one. When I'm desired, I perform out of the bedroom better. But when I feel like I am giving, and you just taking, and you're not meeting me at the door on your knees when I come home from work, I'm not being appreciative. You are not appreciating me. When you tell me, let me see how many ladies is watching this right now. Okay. The ones I need to, all right. I needed love and hope to stay, but she left. So when a man finds pleasure in paying the bills, when a man finds pleasure in paying the bills, when a man finds pleasure, I ain't no trick, but I enjoy that when I claim you as my woman and see you as a part of me, not my other half, but a representation of me, I don't mind. Let's go shopping. Because all men know, if my woman is dressed to the nines and flyer than me, I'm not even judged. People don't even see my clothes. They so busy watching my woman. And she don't have to be a beauty queen, because if you know me personally, you know my motto about baddies and super gorgeous women. I had them all, and they're useless. Useless. Unless they come from deep in the South, parts of the West Coast, or from a whole different country that's not being influenced by social media and rap music and hip hop. If they want to be gorgeous just for the sake of being gorgeous, if they own more than 6 makeup brushes, they're usually useless. In bed, out of bed, it's just eye candy walking around, and it's a constant headache because they get so much attention from lames that they start thinking you're lame if you're dealing with them. Hip Hop Head Jay said, adjustable six women are incredible. I don't understand what you're saying. Break it down. So I am pointing out these issues in relationships because here's the importance of a union. I have never, listen to me carefully, I had one wife that if I said, let's go, and it was in a battlefield with a million bullets flying, she's coming with me. She's gonna cock her gun and we're gonna go through that back to back. Shout out to Shantae. Anybody else, I always felt like I had a dependent who was not pouring into me as much as I was pouring into them. I had been looking for a partner most of my life that if I say, this is an aspirin, I want to create a better aspirin, that she's going to spend 2 days, 3 days, unbeknown to me, looking up where's the lab to create our aspirin, how our aspirin is going to be Tiffany blue and it's going to have a funny design on it, and we're going to package it different. Instead of in bottles, it's going to be in a square vial or a Tic Tac or something. She's going to be sitting down being innovative and innovative and innovative and innovative, and say, the other day you said you wanted to do some aspirins. Like right now, something, I got a million things I want to do, but right now, this week, I'm saying I want to open a coffee shop across the street from Starbucks. I want to take it back to 85 where I'm selling 2 for $5 out of Starbucks, right? And it's all coffee and it's the same thing they selling. But mine's is faster and half the price. Hip Hop Head Jay said, on a scale of 1 to 10 in beauty, body, or brains, women who are an adjustable 6 are incredible. I totally agree. An adjustable 6. You know what adjustable 6 is? Adjustable 6 on good days, she's a 7. When she come out the shower, she's a 5.
Peace, brother.
Peace, brother. Come on, Benz. Tell me the issues that you are having where girl math ain't mathing.
I had to jump on here, right? I mean, first of all, let me say this.
Yeah.
For whoever's listening, you and I go back. When I first met you, um, I was very intrigued by you. Why? Because one, you're very knowledgeable. Two, you always carried yourself like a man, right? And three, you never show no malice, and that's important to me, right? Like, there's a lot of people who move a certain way, and you just like you stayed in the lane that you knew, right, was most beneficial to you. And I've always admired that about you. I'm very much like that. And that's why I feel like I kind of gravitated towards you, right? Um, we done sat down, we done build, we done meditated together. There's a lot of things that we've done, right?
Yep.
Uh, so I just want to put that out there for like whoever's watching, whoever's listening, that this is not just some guy just popping up on your live, right? Like, we have a little history, right?
It's my brother.
I have a lot of respect for you.
My
And I
brother.
appreciate what you're doing because, what I'm saying, you have a platform here and you're presenting, topics that are relevant, right? Topics that make a whole lot of sense, right? And you're not on here with the bull crap, right? Like just presenting a bunch of nonsense that, most people you normally use these platforms for. Uh, but now what I would like to add to what you're saying is like I was just having a conversation with someone not even 2-3 days ago, right? And I said that I think that one of the issues that most people have when it comes to relationships is they only see the black and white, right? Because we live like in a black and white world, right? Where everyone sees it's either this or that. But
Right.
there's a gray area to everything. There's always a gray area to everything, right? And when I say black and white world, I'm talking about like, normally is like, Democrats, Republican, Bloods, Crips, right? It's always have to be this or that, right? I like to consider myself a free thinker, somebody that thinks outside the box, somebody that doesn't allow themselves to subscribe to the societal norms, right? Or
You
the
are that.
social currents that's going on at the moment,
You are indeed that.
right?
Indeed, you are that.
When it comes to relationships, I just feel that it's never easy. It's never easy, right? You're gonna have the conflicts. You're gonna have, you know,
Why?
well, because I mean, I feel like sometimes you have two parties that come together, right, and they have different expectations for
So
each
think
other.
it is. If you got a minute, I don't know how much time you got because I know you're a busy man. But build with me for a second, right? Because here's where I'm struggling. I meet someone, I ask them on the first date, remove all makeup, put on some sweatpants and a t-shirt, and meet me at Starbucks, right? If they refuse, they definitely they ain't for me because I like who like me. I ain't chasing nobody that I like. I like who likes me. So now, at that initial conversation, I'm having like 200 questions. What do you think about this? What's your view on this? How come when I explain all of that from the beginning, they don't hear me? How come?
I don't have a definitive answer, right? But what I can say is that a lot of times people are just locked into this idea of what a relationship should be like or what the connection
Fantasy?
have with their significant other, right? And unfortunately sometimes they can't come out of that, right? It's because it has to be this way, or this is what I want, or this is the way that I've been taught that things should be. And they get locked into that and don't stop for a second and say, you know what, I'm with someone that I care about, somebody that I love, right? Let's assume that that's the case, right? Somebody that I want to be with. Not once are they willing to put all those things to the side to hear us out, right? To what we have to say. And if we can't compromise or we can't come to terms with what we're trying to do together, right? Then it's never going to work. And when I brought up the whole black and white thing, right? I'm gonna give you an example. You have most people in society, I'm not going to say all, right? But most people in society, they come together and you have the man, you have the woman. And the man says, you know what? I met this woman and she had all these dreams and all these goals when I met her. I'm going to be supportive and I'm going
Yep.
to do
Hell
everything I
yeah.
can, right? To
Hell
support
yeah.
her, all those dreams and all those goals.
She said she wanted to go to space. We start building the rocket ship.
There you go, right? And then you would hope that
Whew.
she would reciprocate that,
Surely she would.
right? And vice versa, right? Let's just say, because I don't want to make it just like we're coming from a man's standpoint, right? You have a woman who's probably saying, you know what, I meet this guy, he has these dreams, he has these goals, I want to support him in that, right? And then I, as the man, should say, you know what, I have to reciprocate that. Now, that's just the beginning of the relationship. That's the black and white that I'm talking about, right?
Huh?
But then here's the gray area.
Right?
What do we do together that we can say this is our goal, our dream?
Preach.
Everything can't always be how you want it to be, right?
Compromise.
We have to meet somewhere in the middle. We can
Compromise.
say you know what? Okay, we still got our lives going on and we still got the things that we want going on, right? But now that you and I are together, what are we gonna do, right? To take this to a different level, right? I'm gonna put what I have going on to the side, not meaning stop what I'm doing,
Correct.
right? But meaning I'm going to continue doing what I'm doing, but I'm also going to pay attention to what's going on between you and I so that we can get to this next level and say, you know what? This is what we're working towards as a couple, and this is what we're working towards individually. Because at the end of the day, we can never step outside of that. Everyone is their own individuals, everyone has their own dreams, their own goals. You could never rob somebody from that. Because if you rob somebody from that, then that relationship is not going to work. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a significant other, it can be a friend, it could be your mother, it could be your sister, it could be anyone.
Hmm.
Have a relationship with someone, especially is that kind of bond where you're very close and you're constantly everywhere with each other. You have to sometimes compromise. You have to sometimes listen. You have to sometimes say, you know what? This is not just about me. There's something else going on here. But we have to also meet in the middle because there's a gray area that's also very important.
Now let me ask you this about the gray area. Are you settled in any regard or degree in the gray area?
If I'm personally settled in the gray area, no, not at the moment, not at all.
Do you say, because this, you my brother. I don't have no problem straight up. Um, in the gray area, right? I look and I say, she's this, but I wish she had this. She's this, wish she had. She's this, but I'll settle for what she don't have because I like these other things she had. So I don't know, because men, right? We don't talk about our relationships in a group. These women, and Winter, you can tell me, I don't know you,
Hey, how you doing?
but I'm assuming that you know my brother Benji.
Yeah, we're IG friends. Hey.
Okay, so women will have a whole girls trip and sit at a campfire for 3 days talking about men, how to master men, how she need to how she need to fix her gag reflex, how
My
she
goodness.
how she need to learn how to do this when he come, right? And they don't think it's settling. They think it's shaping and molding. With men, it's like I think we settle to a degree, right? And
Hmm.
that's the gray areas to me. Correct me if I'm wrong, Benji, and Winter chime in right about what women do.
We don't talk about that because we're grown and most of my friends have kids. Their gag reflexes are obviously well. We
Okay.
talk about ways to better communicate with y'all because it's the communication. Something's missing. But I think honestly, relationships aren't that hard. People just make them hard. If you want to be with somebody, you're gonna be with somebody. Sorry, turn open my little bottle. And you'll figure it out. Like most of the time, people ain't out here. They ain't trying to find a relationship. They trying to find help.
Winter,
They
I'm
want to
hearing
find a. They want to
Winter,
find a dummy.
Winter.
Yes,
I'm hearing everything you're doing except for you.
for me,
So if you
you
got
try to be
five
nice.
women,
You try to talk to them. You try to go off. You try to listen. It's always a game. Nobody's ever honest about what they truly want.
no, listen to what can you hear me?
Yeah.
What I'm saying is everything you're doing in the background is louder than your voice.
Oh, I'm so sorry. My bad. I was
You
trying to
must
get my
have
bottle. Nobody is really honest about what they truly want, and everybody thinks it's a game. Nobody really listens to like the red flags. If you want a relationship, why are you trying to pursue something with somebody that don't want you? That's not me making that noise. That might be him.
so
And
Ben,
people, remember how you said that people just assume what they've been taught? Some people have been taught some fucked up shit, and if you really take the money to really get to learn somebody, You will learn how they truly are. Like I had an ex boyfriend, I would always wanted to know like, why is he so mean? Why is he so anti women? But yet you like women, you like to fuck, but yet you don't really like women. Come to find out, his mother had a baby by his uncle. He got his brothers or his cousins, and then you see why he has an issue with women, which is why he has an issue with me. And he tells me, "You're just like my mom." I don't think that's a compliment. No disrespect, but I don't think that's a compliment. So when you really get to know somebody, how they grew up, you'll see a lot. Like, I guess, I'm 44. When you really get to know your friends, if you still have friends that you've been friends with a long time, and you see how they were raised in their upbringing, you really get to learn why they are the way they are. Everybody's the way they are for a reason. But once you can really be friends with somebody and people can be honest and stop fronting and trying to be so mysterious and really sneaky low key, you get to know why people act the way they act.
All right, so let me find out first from my brother Benji. Did you have something else to say, Ben?
No, no, I'm just listening. I said my piece. I mean, I might have a couple of other things to say, but I'm listening to what she's saying.
All right, because somebody mic is off the hook, and I think it's Winter. She might.
That's him. That's not me. I promise you. I'm not doing nothing. I'm sitting right here.
All
Said
right,
That's
what?
good.
him. He's doing something.
All right, so let's cook. Here's what I like to know, Winter.
Uh huh.
I don't. Tonight's discussion allow me to get a little more professional, right? Tonight's
Okay.
discussion is so we can unpack girl math.
Girl.
We are making the effort to unpack girl math so that men can be more informed of how women think instead of thinking the way I do, which is all relationships are logical. We are logical and you are the psychos. So, to help us out, Winter, what we would like to understand is let's talk about something like Cardi B, right?
Okay.
I'm
I
not
love Cardi B,
I'm not a gossip guy, right?
but
At 56 years old, I always say 56 because the minute the sperm hit the egg is when I started developing, so I give myself an extra.
okay.
So, at 56 years old, I don't know Cardi B, but
Okay.
Cardi B is me. She
Mm-hmm.
Bronx, she came from nothing, she worked hard, she and she did her thing, right? But you leave your husband for cheating, which might be next week's topic because I don't believe cheating is cheating.
But you don't know that.
I don't know what.
What about the cheating part?
I dated more girls than you, Winter.
How do you know? I'm just fucking with you.
Oh, so that was a good one. That was
I had to. I'd be bored at work all day.
good. Me too. So you leave your husband. You're still legally married.
Okay.
You get with a guy who clearly demonstrates he has multiple women.
Okay.
You don't express to us and you don't move like you accept being in a poly relationship.
Okay. Well, I don't know. Were they having a poly relationship?
Indirectly, most of us are.
Yeah.
So now you get pregnant
Okay.
while you're still somebody's wife. Now, I've done too many foul things to judge any.
No one's perfect.
I'm not judging, I'm unpacking. But
Mm.
where the girl math wasn't mathing.
I mean, well, she said it herself. I forget what interview that was. She said, things happen with her ex husband, I guess, soon to be ex husband, and she was just having fun. And it just they happen to have too much fun. I mean, things happen, but I mean, at the end of the day, men do it all the time.
Hold on,
Men have been married. They done had
hold
families here,
on,
there.
hold on. Winter, we are using, and we ask any other woman wants to join. please just put your hand up. I'll bring you on because in my 56 years of life and over the 200 and something women I've dealt with, I don't assume I'm as smart as a woman. What I would like to understand, though, right, is I'm under the belief, based on Cardi's original employment and lifestyle,
Mm-hmm.
that she would pop Plan Bs like they was Tic Tacs.
That's a little judgmental.
It is.
Because looking at me, would you know I was a stripper in college? No, you would never know
I
that.
can't see your full body, and
It wouldn't matter. I've worked with
that's
girls that's
cool.
100
Right,
pounds. I've worked
right,
with girls
right.
that's 400 pounds.
Let
It
me
all
tell you
depends
something.
on what somebody's flavor is.
Every time me and my woman go to the strip club, that's exactly what we see. You are right.
Everybody has a different flavor.
You
But
are
not just because you're up
right.
in the strip club does not mean you're up in there popping ass and selling pussy.
I agree. So I will take back judgment because I can't judge no. But I would think that she would know how to protect herself. But knowing her, no, I can't say that either. It is my belief that in some form or fashion she fantasized with the idea that dealing with stuff was a level up, and finances is something she would never have to worry about because women
True.
are attracted to security.
But she's secure within herself financially. I mean, things happen. You never know how things play out. I mean, I don't know her personally, but I've heard a lot of things as far as what's going on between them. But that happens with women every day. So I'm no one. I don't think anyone gets married for knowing that okay, in a few years I'm gonna go through this and we're gonna go back and forth because he's cheating and this shit is happening. I don't think anyone gets married to get divorced. I don't think honestly, I don't think that was her intent either. I think just some things happen, and I think after trying, sometimes you figure it's not going to work. I can't judge her for what happened to her because I don't know her and I'm not her. But I've been in situations where you've been in relationships, you've been trying to make that shit work and it's just not working. You
So hold
cannot
on.
put a fucking circle in a square. It's not
So
going to work.
so in girl math, do you think she just got stigmatized? Do you think
Anybody can get digmatized.
nah, not anybody.
Yes, you can.
Some women don't even like sex.
I mean, that's some women. That's why I said anyone. It can happen to anybody. Things happen. Sometimes you don't go into a situation thinking that everything's going to be bad. It's going to happen. You may have gone, and you got to remember condoms, are not 100%. Nothing's 100%. Nothing is
Right.
guaranteed in life. Just because you get married does not mean you're not going to have, God forbid, a divorce or go through some shit that's going to make you not be married to somebody. You never know what happens to people's relationships.
But
I
do y'all
think
see how
I
do y'all,
let me just say this real quick, right? I think it's also important to highlight, right, that we have to understand. So one, we're talking about so like an individual like Cardi B, for example, right?
Hmm.
She's very successful right now. She's making a whole lot of money, right? Um, but she still comes from a particular lifestyle, right? So regardless of the fact that she has made millions or she's worth millions, right? She still comes from a particular lifestyle that has followed her into her professional career, right? And she has owned it.
I think
It's
she's
not
honest. She owns her shit.
right, but
And I
listen
think
to the
that's why
point.
people gravitate to her because she's honest
But
about
listen,
who she is.
but here the point that I'm trying to make, right? You have celebrities that come from nothing who had to at some point even degrade themselves,
Mhm,
right? Because they was trying to find a means to an end.
mhm.
But when they finally found that one thing that got them to the next level, they left that one thing, right, alone. Cardi B has chose, right? Because we know how the hip hop culture works. Cardi B has chose to not only allow herself to remain in that space, right? But we've seen videos, whether it be on YouTube or even her own music videos or the drama that she has in her relationships. that kind of like revert back to that. Someone who has grown not only in the industry, but as an individual, right, is not going to allow themselves to be placed, right, in that space, especially if it's something that's always constantly looked at as being, at a lower level of, of stature, right? I feel that you're at a level now where you can actually change the game. You have a status where you can actually change the game. You could change, you could change people's lives just by simply saying, you know what, I came from this, but now this is what I have made of myself.
But
But
this is
yeah,
what I
But
want
I
to
think she
know,
says
right?
that silently, and I think y'all are kind of being a little bit judgmental because the girl used to be a stripper. A lot of people used to be a stripper,
Yeah,
and
not
I
just
can talk
you
to
have to
plenty
say
of
this.
guys. And they said the
not
thing
the
about
stripper.
being a stripper, the only difference between being a stripper and being a drug dealer is that we sell drugs and strippers shake ass. Doesn't mean you're degrading yourself. That was a means to
Oh,
an end.
I'm glad you bring that point up, right? I'm glad you bring that point up. I'm gonna give you a perfect example. Jay Z. Jay Z started off as a drug dealer.
Yeah.
We don't know him as that anymore. We don't know Jay Z as a drug dealer anymore.
And
We
we
Yeah,
know
know
Jay
he
Diddy's like
started as a
60.
stripper.
Cardi B still a young lady.
Now hold on.
She may be a young lady, but she's very much seasoned in the industry as a hip hop artist now, enough to have kind of like changed her image.
But wait, Ben. This is my question for Winter.
Sure.
My question is, do girl math, right? And Baz, I'm getting back on course. My question to Winter is this, because Ben's brought a good point up. Your math 4 years ago, when it comes to relationships and men, should be different than your math today.
Yes.
Or do y'all even do math?
I think it depends on the person.
Ah,
Some people do. Just
explain it.
like some guys do math, some guys don't do math. It depends on the person. Do you still want to keep on dealing with the same bullshit? Or do you want to grow? Do you want to keep on dating casually or do you want, a wife? Do you want a husband?
I
It all
think
depends
men,
on the
the
person.
difference with men, right? I think the difference with men, although I cannot speak for beta males, I cannot speak for down low men, I cannot speak for homosexual males. I could only speak for men and alpha men. And what I would say is that we are generally motivated first by lust, second by peace, third by is she better than me when we consider a wife. So one day I'm going to write a book called Mate, Mattress, and Matrimony.
I'll support it.
The woman who's our mate, I don't know you, but I can tell we can rock, have a good time, hang out, and have a ball
Hmm.
because it appears from just the way you converse is that you're an adult. And as an adult, we can kick it, drinks, go places, whatever. We just we just mates. Mattress, as Cardi B has named them, the eaters. A lot of women were unaware that some of us love eaters. I just like the throat goat. I don't even want to know nothing else about you. That's for the mattress.
Yeah.
And then there's the matrimony where you, I don't know, guys. I don't know how many guys is watching right now, but I need you to chime in the comments. I'll be as vulnerable as possible. There's women that you look at and you be like, God damn, I'll wife that right now. right? And then when you get to know the person, you like, oh, she's not useless. She is. Damn. Same music, same drinks, same food, same movies, same family background, same, right? Damn, that's wifey. That's the matrimony part. And for the matrimony part, all the men I know like to select a woman that they believe is better than them. The fools is the one that go, oh my God, what she did with her mouth, I'm not letting her go. I'm marrying this. I'm wifing this. I'm sorry, right? Hip hop head Jay said, I used to view women that way. Which way? Come on.
The
That
mouth way, it sounds like.
which one?
I mean, I guess it depends on what you're looking for. And everybody's looking for a wife. Maybe you're looking for something
No,
sexual.
no,
It
no,
depends on the
no,
person.
no. Everyone is not looking for a wife.
Everyone's not
Everyone's
looking
not,
for that.
everyone's not looking for a wife. Everyone, I feel like
But we all looking for peace.
most, most men are looking for peace.
We want peace.
Absolutely,
We do
absolutely.
too. Ain't
Ab-
nothing like coming home to a pain in the ass.
Yeah, but here's my question, right? Winter, and I don't mean to use you, but you the only woman that stepped up. And I don't know what it's like to be a woman, right? So
Okay.
my question is, how come when everything could be perfect, some women will say he's just too nice?
They're not used to a nice guy. They still used to the bullshit. They're not ready.
They just toxic.
They're not ready.
Ah,
When
that
you get tired of being tired, and maybe you'll grow up, and maybe there'll still be a good guy out there. I don't know where you gonna go, but more power to you.
and explain to me why a wife becomes why does a wife leave her husband for cheating and his side chick married?
Things happen. You
No,
might
come
be.
on, no,
I'm
no.
being honest with you. I can't. I'm not talking about her. I'm talking about things happen. You might have been what you might perceive as a marriage might have been held to somebody else.
Oh, I
You
know
don't
that.
you don't never know what goes on behind closed doors in someone's relationship. I've been in relationships. They'd be like, "Why you break up with this one?" Like they only see on the outside. They don't see what it's like living with that person because living with that person is way different than how he is in front of y'all.
I be trying to warn people about that. You could love me,
And then
but you
you add
don't
kids
want
into it and finances, and you're married. It's a whole different thing.
when the
Because then some
situation
people don't want to
change.
leave you. Oh, you got this and this money. They don't want to leave you. Oh, you want to offer me this? Well, I want this or I want this. They want to fight you for the kids. Some people will kill you. You don't know how, and it's men and women. You leaving somebody, these people be stalking you. They be ready to kill you. They be hiding out. I dated someone for 3 years and tried to go back and forth with him. Treated me like shit. This man still stalks me to this day. He called me yesterday. We broke up 3 years ago. You need to move on with your life, sir.
Hey,
They never know if they got to this going.
it's your fault.
It probably is.
You
I
got that.
probably I probably should have got some ass the first night and kept on about my business because now I
You
got a
put it.
stalker three
You
fucking years later. The
you put
nigga
it
will
on.
not go the fuck away. He is the worst.
You
The
put it
worst.
on. Ain't nobody tell you to do all your tricks. You should have held back some of them.
I didn't drink nothing. Sometimes you go for the idea, oh my God, he's like the best. Sometimes the devil will send you what you want and
So
it really
talk
be
to
a
us
trick.
about that, right? When you say he's the best, is it the sex? Is it the comfort? Is it the protection? What put us on to game? Teach all us men that's watching this because most women I deal with say, "Oh, you the best." In my mind, I'm like, "Bitch, you lying. You tell everybody this."
Sometimes she might not be lying though. Don't say that.
Yeah. Anyway, that's my trauma talking. So my question is, put us on to what clicks in your head to validate or give the affirmation that he is the best. If it's best in the bed, does that qualify?
No.
Right.
When I
So
said when I
what's
said
the
he
best?
was the best, like the ex was the best, sometimes you go for what your preference is. Oh my goodness, he's six
Ah,
foot three. Oh my gosh, he's he's chocolate. He's damn near fucking purple. He is so handsome. He's very well spoken. He's this, he's that, and he's this. But you ignoring all the red flags, and I ignored some really 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 loud red flags.
I met a woman in the supermarket, right? Latina. She's with her girlfriend, and she said, "Oh my God, you smell so good." I
She
said,
probably did.
"Listen, listen." So she said, "You made me just want to babysit your kids with my mouth, right?" I
Whoa.
I didn't know what she
I
Oh,
never heard
wow.
that one. I never heard that one. That's
right. I didn't even know what she's talking. I'm not even talking about the player,
Oh,
right?
my goodness.
I didn't even know what she was talking about.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So I stopped and I said, "Babysit
She's
my
wild.
with your mom." But I like women who are straight up. And then
That was a little bit beyond straight up.
I put it together what she was saying, and I said, "Oh, oh, oh," right? So from there, her statement was this exact quote, "Poppy, I want to be what you have never had," right?
Mm-mm.
So I said to myself, because I have to tell women all the time that I only look rich. I ain't got a whole bunch of money and I don't spend money on it, right? So she, I think from hello, she had a plan.
Yes.
And I think that's girl math.
Well, when she basically said she was going to assault you, that was her plan.
Right. I thought she was
It
just
got your
saying,
attention. You stopped. That was a red flag. Don't
did
do
I
that.
stop?
Yes.
Answer. It changed my life. I still think about it. Not only did I stop, she changed my life.
All this in the grocery store. My goodness.
In the public supermarket. I'll never forget it. And it was during COVID. So to say that
She's trying to kill you.
when it comes to girl math, when how much is fantasy and how much is reality?
50-50, but she sound like a whore. And this COVID, she was trying to kill
Whoa,
you.
whoa,
She
whoa,
did.
whoa, whoa.
You
Time out.
don't say stuff like
Woo!
that to people.
Flag on the play. Flag
What?
on
That's what you should have said. Flag on the play. And this
no,
COVID too, I
no,
would have
no,
ran from her ass.
no, no. Listen,
I'm
let's be
listening.
very clear. Every single heterosexual, hypersexual man wants the virgin whore.
Yeah, I might think that, but I'm not gonna say that to you first time I meet you.
Oh, shit worked. I didn't sleep with her, but
Thank God.
it changed my life. So in girl math, while we are closing and getting closer to the end, when things are not adding up and women's excuse or reply, not excuse, scratch that from the record. Women's reply is often that some women do that and other women didn't do that and things just happen and maybe it's this and it's never direct accountability or straight up, right?
Oh,
And
what you mean about Cardi and Stephon?
no, overall.
Sometimes players just fuck up. I told you about me. You ignored the red flags. Sometimes players just fuck up. Either you can listen to the red flags or you can suffer the fucking consequences. And some niggas are worse than the last. I'm sorry. Either you can pay attention to the red flags, act like you got some fucking sense, and pump your brakes. Don't see something 6'4" looking like Papoose, but he light skinned Jamaican from the Bronx. You say, "Oh my God." No,
Hold up,
pump your brakes.
hold up.
You gotta pump your brakes.
I'm licensed, I'm Jamaican, I'm from the Bronx. What you
You
trying to
are?
Yes.
Wow. You remind me of somebody to talk to. Sometimes you just gotta pump your brakes.
Okay. So we have exclusive CC here. You there, CC?
Hi,
Hi.
Hey.
how are you?
Good.
So
How you
CC,
doing? Hey, Pookie.
for the last 3 minutes, Winter, this is your friend?
No.
Okay. Ben, this is your people?
Yeah.
All right, good. So CC,
I'm here.
close us out in helping men understand girl math. And tell us how old you are and where you from.
I'm 43 and I'm from Queens.
Okay, New York.
Yes.
Do you tell men to suck your dick?
When I'm mad, yes.
Okay, thank you. I know everything I need to know now. Now tell us when it comes to girl man. Help us all understand what we need to know so that our relationships will be better because the shit don't add up to us. So help us understand.
In what way? Because there's many ways.
So we meet you, we tell you who we are, we show you who you are, and then you get mad at who we are.
Okay. Sometimes women bypass certain things.
Why?
Sometimes it's because of the connection.
Because the
Sometimes it's
dick is good.
because no, I'm sorry. That's honestly that's not. I know men think that, but that's probably the last thing women think about.
Okay, good.
Older women, I could say.
Okay.
Um, we bypass certain things. We give people chances because I believe that everybody deserves a chance. You might have been a piece of shit to your ex, but to your new girl, you everything.
Whole different person. That's a fact.
Right. So we give chances. Now, if you come into the relationship and you portray to be something, and then we see something else, then that's a red flag. The math ain't mathing. You understand? And again, people tolerate a lot of things.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure there's women that think about the things that they went through and they can't believe that they even tolerated it that long.
So tell me this, exclusive. In your last final sentence before we close out, what is a perfect relationship to you based on all that you've experienced in your life? What would be the best way for a man to conduct themselves to give you the perfect relationship?
Two people understanding and changing for one another because nobody's perfect. I could be doing things that he don't like and I go about things, the wrong way. And since I've been this alpha female, I have to lower my I have to change my ways.
You triggering me. There's no such thing as an alpha female.
That yes there is.
Okay,
Yes there
now,
is.
now you know what you just did
What?
will be next week's topic.
There is alpha females.
No,
You
there
know
is
that.
not. You know what an
Yeah.
alpha female is?
What is it in your book?
An alpha female is hurt, she's disappointed, she's angry, and she's alone. She says that she
No, I
doesn't.
don't agree in that because I don't
You
agree
would
in
just
that.
allow me to state my opinion, and then you can go from there. She has experienced life on her own, and many times where she's been in survival mode for so long that she calls herself alpha. But to suggest that she's alpha means that she can be in a circle or environment with all alphas despite the gender. And that means she will perform at the same capacity
Right.
or even more than other alphas. And the
Okay.
reason why, listen, the reason why God gave males, not men, because men is a mentality, males is genitalia.
Uh-huh.
The reason why God gave males 10 million sperm every single day, not
Right.
not once in a lifetime, not once.
Okay.
God gave males sperm every single day, 10 million, is for him to have multiple women and to conquer and to go feed and to hunt and to go kill and to do everything to provide at the footstep of his woman. But when
Right.
in the societies where the males were killed off, the women were forced to take on the traits of the male And this is why they run with this tag, alpha female. To say you are alpha female is the same as saying, I am a woman who has a penis, but I identify as a woman. And that's a psychological disorder and a mental illness. So next week,
I'm
exclusive,
de- I, I'm definitely not
exclusive.
getting on. I'm not getting on your live next week. Definitely not.
She's scared now.
Well, God bless you for the time that you went to. And my brother Ben, you already know. I ain't got to say much more. You know what I mean? Love is love. You my brother. It is what it is. Rest in peace to Green Eyes. Man, I start crying every time. I don't even want to start crying now when I think about it. So
that you know what? That's good. That means you're a man that has emotions.
I
Yep.
write romance novels, Winter. Of course I got
No,
emotions.
you have emotions. That's
I'm,
good. That means you got feelings.
I'm an emotional wreck. So
That's good. That's good because a lot of men don't have that. So that's good. You have a good. That's good.
well, let's form a community so we can help each other be better to each other. God bless you
Okay.
all. Thank y'all for tuning in.
Let's be back.
Make sure y'all subscribe to the YouTube channels, Gangsta Guru, Great Zach Tate TV. We here every Thursday, 8 o'clock. Come hook it, come cook. If I'm flying or I'm dying, I'm going to be here 8 o'clock every Friday, Instagram Live, until we move to another platform. Thank you all. Benji, my brother.
Okay.
Yo, I gotta when we get a chance, just hit me on the DM. I gotta link with you because there's a couple of things I want to throw your way.
All right,
Good night, guys.
Good
don't you
night.
be with Yusuf sometime?
Yeah, yeah, me and you get together sometimes for
Man,
sure.
time I come to New York.
Absolutely.
All right, stay up,
All right.
y'all. Thank you.
All right,
Bye
my brother.
bye.
All right.
All right.